This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers and subscribers. So coming up in this video, we have two stories in particular that I want to zoom in on. We see where the West Indies players are currently on the ground over there in Pakistan as they get ready for their white ball tour. Right, and the next story that I want to look at is I can call it an article with a couple of listing where Sportskeeda, they listed the 20 greatest left-handed batsmen of all time. So I'm just gonna go through that real quick for you guys, and as per usual, you will share your opinion. Let me know if you agree with that list. But before we go down into all of that, I'm just gonna ask you guys to go ahead. If you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also make sure that you hit that notification bell, leave a like, and drop a comment. Alright, so let us kick things off with what is going on over there in Pakistan. So earlier this morning I did a video. I was talking about the couple of players that are out because of the big C. Myers, Chase, and Cottrell. Those guys are out. So the squad is real thin. It was already thin. So now that we would have lost those three players, it's going to be even thinner. And I don't want them to use it as an excuse to say, here what? We didn't do too well because we came into this series losing a couple of our players. So, I am just putting you on your guard from now, viewers and subscribers. This might be a card that they will play. But at the end of the day, whoever puts on the jersey, whoever puts on the uniform and goes out there, you are expected to perform and perform well. So, I am not up for the foolishness with them. As I would have said before in a previous video, Nicholas Pooran, this is the time for him to just, whichever team they give him, this is the time for him to take this team by the scruff of its neck and pull it, drag it, and try his best to see if he can deliver victory for us in this series. It's going to be pretty hard. It's going to be difficult. But you can just imagine, with a lot of persons already calling for Nicholas Pooran to replace Kieron Pollard, you can just imagine if Pooran is able to pull off, what you could call a near impossible task right now by winning this series. So I am hoping that he will at least get a couple wins. Because we don't want to play out that series there and don't come away with at least one victory. And, the logical thing to look at and say is, we weren't able to beat them in the Caribbean. So what on earth would let us believe that we are going to beat them, in their own territory? But, it is what it is, my viewers and subscribers. The players are already there, so we just going to keep our eyes peeled and see exactly how things will work out. But yeah, I was just going through on the website and saw these pictures with the guys working out and decided that I'm going to share it with you guys. So that is basically it for that part. So we're going to move on to the next story now that I said that I want to share with you guys. And in this story, my viewers and subscribers, we see where Sportskeeda, they went ahead and they listed the top 20 best left-handed batsmen to have played the game. So I just think that I'm gonna use some time and go through with you guys, so you can tell me if you agree or if you disagree with this list. A couple of our favorite players are on there, so more than likely this list might turn out to be a fan favorite. So we're going to do it in reverse order. So we're going to go from 20 come right down. But before we go into that, let me just quickly remind you guys, we are going to be live this evening at 6 p.m. Remember that West Indies, they will be playing their first game tomorrow. So we are going to see if we can go live and spend some time and talk about things, so we can see what to expect. All right, let's get straight into it now, guys. We basically draw this one out too much already, so let's get straight into the list. So coming in at number 20, they have Alvin Kalitaran. Yeah, man. And this man he's from Guyana and was one of the most prolific run scorers for the West Indies. I'm not going to read out their bio, but Alvin Kalitaran is there. They also have at 19, they have this man, he came through basically in the era of people like Donald Bradman, I think, Arthur Morris. Yeah, man, he was unfortunate for having lost, the best years to the Second World War. When, that is basically the time when he came through, but he's there. At 18, they have Michael Hussey, Mr. Cricket from Australia. And as we know, Mike Hussey started to play the game real late, but he was very successful for Australia, so he's there. At 17, they have Stephen Fleming, another outstanding man. He actually captained New Zealand for a good stretch of the time. He was known as probably the best captain at one point in time, so he's there. At number 16, they have Clive Lloyd, our West Indies former captain. He would have won the 75 and I think it would have been the 79 World Cup for us. So he makes this list at number 16. All right. So Clive Lloyd is there at 16. A man that is still up and running. I hear him doing some commentary and thing these days. The test match that we played the other day against Pakistan, I think he was doing some commentary work there. So Mr. Clive Lloyd is still strong and doing his thing. All right, so he comes in at number 16. All right, so on to what are we going on to now? Number 15. So at number 15, we have, let me see what we have here now, guys. At number 15, number 14 is Matthew Hayden. Number 15, they have David. David, what's his last name? David Gower. Yeah, man, this is an English player, played the classical game and did not have to even touch. Didn't even have a touch of brute force according to what I'm seeing here. He was a very classy player. He was capable of caressing the ball from the bat to the boundary. Yeah, man, and he comes in there. At number 14, we have Matthew Hayden, the dominator, the enforcer. He did extremely well for Australia. Yeah, man. So he comes in there at number 14. At number 13, they have Neil Harvey. Yeah, man. A man of relatively short height. Harvey had great levels of concentration and a most graceful player to watch. Harvey was one of the finest batsmen from Australia based on what they are saying here. At number 12, they have one of my favorite of all time, Mr. Kumar Sangakkara. Yeah, man, the former Sri Lanka wicket-keeper batsman. He was extremely good. At number 11, we have Adam Gilchrist. So he comes in at number 11. He was a part of that dominant Australia team with the likes of people like Ricky Ponting, Michael Clarke, Mike Hussey, Matthew Hayden. So at number 10, we have Senate Jayasuriya. And this man is another outstanding player from Sri Lanka. Once you are a fan of Sri Lanka cricket, then you would definitely be familiar with this name. At number 9, we have Saeed Anwar, another veteran player from Pakistan. He played for about 11 years, I think, and based on what I'm seeing here, he actually stopped when he lost his daughter tragically. At number 8, they have Alan Barda. Yeah, man, Alan Barda, very, very good player. They say with 11,000 odd runs and an average of 50, Alan Barda had the most durable cricketing career for Australia. The name that the Barda grown after him. Coming in at number 7, we have the Tiger from Guyana, Shivnarine Shandopal. Yeah, man, probably our most dependable batsman over the years. Shivnarine Shandopal comes in at number 7. And at number 6, another guy that I really enjoyed watching, Sourav Ganguly. Yeah, man, the Prince of Calcutta, they call him. He was a very gifted batsman, did his thing very, very well. He wasn't too easy to remove from the crease. and his shots were as classical as you could expect. So he comes in on the list also at what is that, number 6, Surf Ganguly. We're working our way down, I know you guys wondering who is at number 1, but we're definitely working our way down. Don't worry yourself, guys. Coming in at number 5. Yeah, man, I think we're at 5. So coming in at number 5, we have the great Michael Bevan. Yeah, man, Michael Bevan was very good, we know how things went with him in one particular format, but he was good. At number 4, we have Andy Flower. Yeah, man, easily the best batsman Zimbabwe would have produced. Andy Flower was extremely good. I think he actually averaged pretty close to 50, if not 50. Yeah, man, he was extremely good. At number 3, they have Pollock. Yeah, man, Graham Pollock, uncle of South African pacer Sean Pollock, based on what I am seeing here. At number 2, we have a West Indian, Sir Gary Sobers. Yeah, man, another man that did extremely well for us. From you say cricket, you say Sir Gary Sobers. And coming in at number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, it is Prince. Yeah, man, the Prince of Trinidad and Tobago, Brian Charles Lara, who is still the world record holder for in Test cricket. So Mr. Brian Lara comes in at number 1. You guys probably would have expected that, but I still had to work my way through the list. So big up on yourself, my people.